Board meeting. A couple things before we get started. If you haven't already turned off your cell phones, we'd ask you please to do so. Keep in mind these meetings are televised live, so when you approach the podium, please let us know who you are and the business you represent, and you can lay your plans out and on the desk next to the podium. Before we get started, we're going to ask Lisa Yakulis to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have three items on our agenda tonight. The first one being DRB 2016-08, the application of Biga Pizza at 806 through 810 Glenbrook Avenue in Bryn Mawr for two wall signs. Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
We've got a handheld mic, too, if you guys need it, so.
So, Tim's the owner of Biga
Okay.
Pizza and Bar.
Thank you. Okay, so it's Tim. Want to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Tim Rubin.
Okay. And I think everybody knows Dennis
Right.
from Denron Signs.
Regular.
Yeah.
These signs are
You know what, Dan?
here.
Excuse me, Dan, maybe it's going to be easier with two guys up there. If one wants to use a mic. Thanks.
This is the new sign here. These two signs will be removed off of the property. Tim bought all three stores there and everything, and he's taken over that for the pizza and bar there. So this is the main entrance right here, where we would have a 4x8 PVC sign that would be spray painted with a two-part polyurethane paint, and high-performance vinyls would be applied to it and everything. And then the sidewall facing Bryn Mawr Avenue is an upright sign that's 3 foot wide by 89 inches high. That's like 22 and a quarter square feet. And it's only, the bottom of the sign is only like 3 feet off the ground, so the top of the sign is, you know, like 10 foot 6 inches to the top or something.
Okay, so Dennis, the front sign, is it going to be illuminated or anything, or
Both signs are PVC, 3/4 inch thick, non-illuminated.
not illuminated? Okay.
Now, something that Tim just brought up, and so he brought some samples of, he would like to put, I'm not doing this or anything, he would have an electrician do this, but he wanted to put gooseneck lights over it, 2 over the 4x8 sign and 1 over the vertical sign to illuminate it. And they would be, I guess, a black finish.
Right.
Okay. Ray, can we approve that? And I'm sure they're going to have to get permits for the, okay. But we can approve the type of lighting. Okay.
He would get his electrician or contractor to come in to get a permit for them.
Can you
Okay.
fit that over the sidewall? I see there's a window pretty close to where you have that sign located.
Yeah, the idea is that we could actually, we'll have if it needs to be a custom mount, but it's the
Okay.
gooseneck sign.
Sure.
That'll curve over.
Yeah, I understand. I was just, when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking your sign is almost up against there. I didn't know if you needed to drop it down
Yeah,
to make
it'll
space for the
probably-
mount.
Well, this is superimposed on there,
Yeah.
so there might be a few more inches there anyway.
Right,
That's good. There's some pipe there and whatever, you'll find a space for it.
right.
Well, and you also have the box below it, so you need to figure out how to fit that in.
Yeah.
Then-
We may have to.
You might have to move it
go
over.
to the left
Yeah.
a little bit or something like that.
Okay. I think the graphics look great, really a nice
they do.
design, yeah. It's
Nice.
catchy, it's not busy, it's nice looking.
Thank you.
Hey, Dan, on the front sign, how large are those letters?
They're, the B is 35 inches, and the I is like 26 inches. Same with the G.
I mean, it's
Is that your
big-
logo?
Well, it's big letters, but keep in mind,
Big letters, but it's on Glenbrook.
yeah, we're going to lose those
Yeah.
two other signs,
Right,
so.
you're removing the other two signs, there are no competing businesses on either side.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it's not visible to any place else. I mean, I don't, is that residential along there? The
It's
right side?
C1.
As
Across
you
the
get
street from
further-
you?
As you get further down,
Yeah.
across the street is
I'm sorry,
actually
Tim.
the
Tim.
hospital.
Hospital,
Mainline
okay.
Health, and then when you go down is the shoe store.
The mic.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's commercial a good ways past this restaurant. You have to get past really where the SEPTA station
Right.
is before it converts over to
Okay,
residential.
so I can see this from Haverford Avenue. You front on, when I'm coming down, Conestoga becomes Haverford Avenue, and I can see you on, you're that little
Yeah, it
section, right?
sticks out a
Yeah,
little
uh-huh.
bit. That's correct. It's like a 5 points intersection,
Got it.
and this
Yeah.
property sticks out a bit.
So it has to be seen
Yeah.
from
Yep.
all streets there.
Well, even though the letters are larger than we usually allow, it's the logo. So
Right.
that is allowable then.
Well, it cleans up the building, too.
It does clean up the building.
Yeah, that's
So
a-
and you will clean up the building, right? When you
Oh,
take all those
absolutely.
signs off?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it the whole, you're taking over the whole first floor for
We
the
are.
pizza? Oh, that's
We are,
great.
exactly. We're going to consolidate, or we have already consolidated the 3 prior spaces into one single space.
That'll look nice.
Yeah, I think it'll look great for that spot, too.
And this will be lag bolted to the stucco walls, and there'll be lags and shields, but then we'll cover it with vinyl so it wouldn't be seen or anything,
Okay.
the fasteners.
I guess,
That's good.
Tim, keep in mind that, a lot of pizza shops have neons in the window and stuff like that, so you're only allowed to use up to 20% of your windows for
Okay.
signage,
Okay,
so don't get too carried away.
understood.
Okay. Address number, you'll need to put on the building. I don't know how you work that,
Okay.
but since it's 3 addresses, maybe you want to talk to Ray about that for the fire regulations and stuff.
Sure.
So. Sure. And,
Do you want to say anything about your pizza? How
Well-
is it special?
Well, all I can tell you, there are 3 partners. My background is real estate, commercial real estate. The other 2 partners specialize in restaurants. One is the artisan chef, the creative force behind the concept. He's a perfectionist. He's the founder and owner of Alba, Restaurant Alba in Malvern.
In Malvern?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Sean
Wow.
Weinberg.
He's doing pizza?
He is. And it was fun, as an outsider, not being in the business, it was fun to do the due diligence. I can tell you, he's done extensive research. He's like a chemist when it comes to perfecting the pizza dough. So I think it'll be better than your average pizza place. A lot of salads. He's, like I said, he's scratch chef, so seasonally inspired dishes, small plates.
That's great.
It should be a perfect fit for this area, and we're excited about being across the street from the hospital because
It's a good location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
plans are to cater to the various commercial tenants in the area, especially the hospital, so.
So you definitely, will you do a takeout business?
We
you
will,
think? Yeah,
we will do
good.
takeout.
Okay.
It's a very small restaurant, notwithstanding the fact that we consolidated all 3 prior spaces into one. It's still under 2,000 feet, and it's only got 39 seats. So
Oh, okay.
a big part of our business would be catering and takeout or delivery.
Is it open kitchen? Like, can you?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It is open kitchen, so.
People like that.
It's nice, it's cozy. We took down a lot of the drywall and some of the things that were covering up these beautiful original features like brick walls and things like
Oh,
that,
neat.
that people tend to spend a lot of money to recreate or build from scratch, and we had them there just buried underneath
great.
drop ceilings and behind walls, so it should be
Where's the
neat.
parking? Where do people park?
Well, it's small.
Yeah.
So having 39 seats, we figured the combination of the municipal lot
Yep.
down Glenbrook, the street parking, the municipal lot on the corner opposite Wawa.
Yeah.
And then the municipal lot catty corner was enough to.
It's good.
Yeah. And
Great.
again, I think if, in this location, if you do good food, we also have the
Yep.
train station next door.
Yep.
And there's a lot of residential tenants further down Glenbrook. There's the Radwin, so there's a
Yeah.
lot in the area.
Oh, no, they'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
That's good. All right, any other comments for Tim or Dennis, or questions or comments? Tim, one other thing too, A-frame or sandwich boards, you can't put them out.
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah.
I have a question, just
Yes,
one question.
Sure.
In the winter months, I've seen in other locations where they have a little canvas. I don't even know what the.
It's
what
like a
it-
little foyer,
Yeah,
like a
Chris-
little
Chris-
I don't know
temporary.
how you look at them. It was
Yeah.
something that we talked about only because when you walk in this, no go? Okay.
All right.
Just wanted to ask.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
There's your answer.
So they're definitely a no-go. We're a no on that?
That's correct. That's considered a vestibule.
Yeah.
And by code, that vestibule has to be contained within the building. So if you want a vestibule so people come in and you don't get that rush of cold air, that needs to go in. It was actually one of my plan review comments to your builder.
Okay. Okay.
All right?
Good to know. Glad I
Okay,
asked.
great. All right,
Okay.
Tim, good. All right, we're okay, you guys? Any questions, any further questions for us? Okay. Lisa, you want to take that one? or-
Sure. In
Okay.
the matter of DRB 2016-08, I move that we approve the 2 wall signs as submitted by Big A Pizza.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great.
All right,
Lots
thank
of
you
luck,
very
Tim.
much.
When do you expect to open?
Middle of March.
Oh, good. All
Yeah.
right, great.
Okay,
I'll leave
great.
this here for
That's
the
fine.
next people.
Terrific, thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Okay, see you, Dennis. All right, next is DRB 2016-09, the application of Villanova University at Bartley Hall, 800 East Lancaster Avenue in Villanova for a building addition. The number 1 team in the country, huh?
Yes, for this week, anyway.
All right, good.
No, no, that's
Happy to
it.
have you here. Yeah. Okay. I know you've been before us before, but I'm sorry. Is it John?
Yeah, Bob Morrow, Vice President Facilities, Villanova University. Thank
Okay,
you for your
sorry.
time this evening. It's
Hey, you
nice to
bet.
be here. Can I get the computer screen up on the board? Thanks. So we have an addition, and I have just a couple slides to give you some background on what we're trying to do here. Building was built in '58, expanded in 2002 as the home of the Villanova School of Business. Although we have classes from all disciplines across the universities in there. Amenities include a trading floor, updated classrooms, academic and advising support services, also food and beverage service, and some open seating areas. The building, when it was built, sort of served a different purpose. This specific area was more of a cafeteria. We opened a nursing school across the street. It has a lot more foot traffic. The door that faces our main gate, that faces kind of across the street to our health services building, has become a main entrance, even though the intended main entrance faces west. And the student use has changed to be a 24-hour study space, both for individuals and for groups. So we're trying to accommodate that. It's a small addition, 1,140 square feet, indoors, 1,200 outside. So this is where it's located. You can see the arrow is our main entrance, and the red rectangle shows the end of the building that we're dealing with. I have some better graphics here. This is a photo of the side of the building we're talking about. You see that the first floor is currently set back. It has the glass storefronts set back within the facade of the building, and our project basically moves that to the building face, moves it out to be in line with the rest of the building above. Here's another shot from the side, give you an idea. It's set back in a curving manner today. So this might be a little hard to see, but it shows the existing conditions. So you can see the building columns shown in gray across the top, and the current curved facade with the vestibule set back within the face of the building. This also shows the current conditions, and that's the future. So we bump out from the curved facade out towards a flat facade and create a little bit more patio space out front. And this is a rendering of what it would look like, the patio space to the right. The doors are still central in the entrance of the building, but it's offset. The stairs are offset to allow a handicap ramp that's not visible from this angle. And that's a rendering of what it will look like when it's finished.
Okay.
So in the interior, this is a shot of the interior when it's finished. The area used to be one contiguous area, but now you can see some pocket doors just left of the exterior doors that are tucked in this view. So we could close off the left side and the right side and allow vents to go on while students are still eating. The bottom left of the picture is a food servery, which will not change as part of this project, but students often do grab and go, and they grab a sandwich or pre-made salad and then eat in the seating area. Off to the right of center, we're proposing some soft seating and some, little nooks and crannies where the students can sit, hang out, study, work individually or in groups. And also, top left shows some patio doors will open up to the outside, so for the nice weather, the students can spill outside. The number of seats outside is the same today as it is proposed. The number of seats inside grows by 20. So that's the essence of the project. Any questions I can answer?
Looks good.
Yeah.
So you have a pergola over the outdoor seating area?
Yes.
It's nice. I think the whole project looks great.
I think it looks good.
The architects, landscape architects are here. Thank you. I'll tell them.
Is that you guys? Nice job.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if you want to just
Yeah.
put some of those color
What's the plant
renderings
material?
on
Since the landscape architect's here, what's the plant material?
I'm Mara Baird. I'm the project landscape architect. So what we're doing a couple things. We're adding some street trees, some oaks, along the main entry to give a little more presence to the campus entry at that point and create some shade.
What kind of oak? That's my degree, so I always ask. Actually specific. What kind of oak are you adding?
Acutissima, Quercus acutissima.
Yes.
And then along, you can see the shrubs there behind the wall. We're intending things that are staying mid-height, so they won't require a lot of pruning and provide some seasonal interest. So we have Deutzia, Chardonnay plurals, some hydrangea, viburnum, Carlisi compacta, boxwood, and Osmanthus goshiki.
Oh, this is a nice combination. That'll
Thank
look
you.
great.
Thank
I
you.
like that you pick clean things, too.
Well, and also very important that we don't have anything that gets too high so people seating can see out.
Yep.
And also it won't increase the maintenance requirements for the university.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty design, especially for the building. It's a nice addition.
Thank you.
Okay. Bob, can you just maybe go over the lighting plan just a little bit?
Lighting plan?
Sure.
That's
Okay.
fine, that's fine. Maybe I will, how do I? Great, okay, okay.
Can you speak
You
into,
can't-
can you speak into the
Sure,
mic or else do
sure.
the whole hand?
You can't see it here, but to the left of the area where the new oak trees are, there are a couple of the campus standard light standards that we're keeping, we're not changing. And then at the left where the trellis is, along the stair coming up from the sidewalk, there are some low step lights in that low wall. Underneath the trellis, we're putting in some small LED lights up amongst the rafters, so they won't be visible, but they'll provide light in that area. And then at the base of the posts around the trellis in that planting bed, we're putting just a few small uplights that will highlight the stone posts at night.
Okay.
And that's it. We're keeping it pretty simple.
Okay.
What are the hours of operation?
Sure, I'm sorry.
The building's open 24/7, but the food service is basically lunch and early dinner. So it's food for limited, but the students are there 24/7. In fact, we have trouble cleaning that area because they're there all the time. So usually between 4 and 6 a.m. we clean, but the students are there all the time.
Nice for them.
Yes.
Very good.
I think it looks great.
It
Yeah.
does, looks great.
Anything else you guys want to say?
No.
You happy with it? The
I'm happy
exterior
with- I'm happy with it.
renovations, you're happy?
Yeah,
It's
I mean, we've been
basically-
following the project for some time, so
Yeah.
it's consistent with the rest of the
Right.
aesthetics that have been, approved.
Okay. Lisa, any questions?
Looks good.
Okay. All right. Any questions for the board?
No, thank you very much. Perhaps
Good.
we could join the planning commission next.
Right.
Yeah.
Ray, you're all right with everything?
Yes.
Ray,
Ray, are we good?
you're good?
Okay.
Want to take this one, Cindy?
In the matter of DRB 2016-09, Villanova University, Bartley Hall, I move that we accept the proposal as presented.
Okay, do we hear a second?
A second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it. And last on our agenda tonight is DRB 2016-10, Accents on Main at 130 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, zoned Wayne Business Overlay District for wall signage. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
My name is Mike Koch. I'm from Koch's Fabric Awnings.
Okay.
And I'm here on behalf of Accents on Main at 130 East Lancaster Ave in Wayne. What we are proposing is a fabric wall sign made just like a standard aluminum frame awning, same materials, but instead of it having that slope like an awning would, it's just going to be a flat 30-inch tall sign. And the reason we are doing that is two reasons. I know that you're only allowed to have signage on the vertical part of an awning.
Yep.
And that's usually relegated to
Right.
very small space.
8 inches.
Yeah.
So by doing this, we can make her logo a little bigger and also cover a lot of the, right above these windows, there's some plywood there that's awfully ugly and bumpy, and it's not a good look. So going that wide just to cover most of that and
Mike,
kind of spruce the building up. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. There you go. Bingo. All right, good.
It's a little bit of a test.
Yeah, very simple. The material's black. I know this is a navy blue, but just recently she changed it to black because all the
Okay.
black
Yeah.
trim around the windows and whatnot. But black's umbrella, awning material, and yeah. It's
No.
basically a wall sign that's just, it's fabric.
Right.
It'll look nice.
I like it.
You know?
You know, it's
so-
funny, we've been getting a few of those in recently.
Yeah.
We did McLaughlin up in Eagle Village.
I did that
Yeah.
one.
You did that.
Yeah, I knew you were in before, yeah, and I
Yeah.
was thinking you were
Yeah.
in for Eagle
Yeah,
Village.
and the lace lingerie place in Eagle Village as well. The
Oh, yeah.
black one.
Oh, right.
It's actually this white
So
trim. I
Robert's-
did that one too.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and then Luella, I
Luella did
guess.
it. I mean,
Luella
I don't,
did it,
that was,
yeah.
you know, a while ago.
We had an application in Garrett Hill. I think it might have been
Yeah.
at Cleaners.
Oh,
Remember we
oh,
had an
yeah,
issue?
yeah. She wanted an awning, she couldn't, I don't know,
Right,
whatever
right.
happened, yeah.
I think
Give
it
me-
personally is a
looks
pretty
great.
good look.
I think it looks
they're
great.
very
I think
nice.
it's
They're
real-
very light.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, this whole sign's going to be about 20 pounds, you know?
That's
and-
great. So
and
it
it-
has a 6-inch return or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
just,
which is-
it's
yeah.
going to protrude off the wall about 6 inches, just to give it like a little bit
And
of
you
a
don't see
bump.
the aluminum, it's wrapped,
It'll
right?
be all wrapped around the top, so you'll see no aluminum at all.
Is it open under, if I'm
It'll
standing
be,
under it? am
It'll
I-
be open a little bit.
Yeah.
There's actually some old light fixtures here that look like they're 30 years old. They don't work.
Mm-hmm.
The fixtures themselves are going to be removed, but the flashing that's up there is kind of really it's on the building pretty good. To take it off would make,
Mm-hmm.
you would need some work done. So that's actually still going to be in there. So the idea of this coming off the wall 6 inches is just to incorporate
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that.
see.
So again, just to cover that as well.
So you know this, what is this piece? Is that the flash?
That's actually some of the
Some of the
flashing
flashing?
that
Yeah.
goes over I guess that's the apartment upstairs that isn't her area.
Okay.
So we're going to just have to kind of work
Yep.
around that.
Okay.
But we're going to cover about 90% of that.
I think it looks good. What's the size of the letters?
The accents is about 10 inches tall.
Okay.
And the main is about 6 inches tall.
Great.
The only problem you have with this, actually, it exceeds your square footage.
Of signage or?
Yeah, you're allowed, the front on that building, I mean, you don't have it marked down, but I'm going to say it's probably a 20-foot building. And a 20-foot building is allowed 35 square feet of signage.
Oh, I thought it was 50.
It's 50 max if you had a
Okay,
larger
so-
building. So you're
Okay.
only allowed 35. You're allowed 2 feet for your first 15.
Okay, so.
Which would be
So the
30.
sign itself is what you're talking about?
Yeah,
right?
it's
Okay.
it's too large.
Okay.
So you're going to have to make it smaller, unfortunately. Which
Okay.
might mess you up a little bit because you're trying to hide some
Well, yeah, I was just trying
imperfections.
to clean up the
Yeah.
plumbing a little bit there.
So-
It's really
Okay.
kind of a shame that I guess you have to look
Yeah.
at it that way, but it's a nice way to clean up the
Hide,
building. I mean,
yeah.
the sign itself that is
Right.
within, it's sort of like you're putting a new facade of cloth, I know I'm always working around these things, but
Sure,
it sort of
but-
looks like to me like a little bit of cloth
Yeah.
facade
It's
with,
kind of the way I was
But-
looking at it. Okay.
I mean, the only
It's a shame.
thing that,
It's very
you know, if you're
unattractive.
looking at this, yeah, I know, it is. If you look at this top picture here, where
Yeah.
it's got the address.
yep,
I don't know if you would, to cut it there and maybe leave that area for an address, or, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know how
it's,
to.
but this way, it's centered so nicely,
It
so that
is.
if you
With
cut
the
that,
windows,
you
yeah.
know,
That was the
it
idea.
really
now you
is.
have this part extending.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to cut it on both sides, and then,
Yeah.
then you just see more of this ugly wall. And then you have to do something with that address, like maybe do it in black letters, I guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if whoever the property owner is goes and repaints the front of the building.
I think it was repainted recently.
It looks like it's been painted several times.
Yeah, I think it was fairly recently, they did the
Well,
black.
then maybe they can, if there's,
Yeah.
fix
Now,
that portion that's
what
going to
if-
show.
Okay, so even if I were to cut it down in height, it still wouldn't?
Well, if you cut it in height, you're going
I
to lose a
mean-
little square footage,
All
but
right,
you
so
got quite
all
a
right.
ways to go.
Basically,
Yeah.
I got to get to 37.
You have like 19 feet, and I measured it out. If
Yeah.
19 feet across, you're going to have to go down to like 14. If you go 14 by 30, that's 15,
Okay.
yeah, or what I'm saying, 35
So
square feet.
what's the height of it now?
It's 30
30
inch.
inches, yeah.
So 30
14
inch.
by 30, and right now you're 19?
Yeah, so you need
So
at least 5 feet. off
5
that
feet,
sign.
so 2.5 on either, it should be centered,
Exactly.
like you have,
Right.
so 2.5 on either side. Maybe you can get maybe she can get the landlord to, because every time somebody changes, when things get left, it's messy.
Yeah, it's a shame because it looks really
Yeah.
nice, but it just doesn't
I
meet
know.
code.
Okay.
It'll still look good. It'll look
Okay.
good if you box it and if
Yeah.
you bring it in. I think, actually, I think it'll look great. It's just,
Sure.
too bad. Now, are you going to cover the top of the windows? You'll be above that, right?
The bottom of the sign is right where the window ends.
Right where the
so-
window, is it right above the trim, or
Yeah.
you're not covering the trim?
There's
There is no trim?
There's no trim at all.
I'm just seeing that black, it looks like there's black trim around the window, is that not?
That's actually, this piece of wood is actually covering half of that. Believe it or not, that piece of plywood is actually covering other windows. If you go down.
Oh, yeah, there are a number of buildings like that.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
really a nice feature.
I know.
I don't know why they covered it. I don't know, to mount that old light fixture there years ago, I don't know.
Yeah.
But now, it wouldn't even be worth taking the plywood off and exposing those windows because there's a drop ceiling inside the building
Yeah.
that you would just see inside
Right,
the roof
right,
of the.
right.
A couple of them have exposed those
Yeah,
windows,
yeah,
now, like
like
the
Farnham
Jewelers,
just-
Farnham
yeah.
did,
Mhm.
RJ
Yeah.
did,
So
and it looks
somebody-
really nice. You see
Yeah.
the historic
Right,
character of the building.
exactly. So someone just went
Yeah.
and slapped that piece of plywood
I
on there, and I
know.
was just kind of
Yeah.
trying to cover as much as I
too
could.
bad.
but-
Right.
Okay,
All right, so we have to make it smaller.
okay.
Yeah, if my calculation's right,
Yep.
if you guys want to do a quick calculation, but that's what I come up with.
No, you know what, you're the math guy here.
Okay, no, thanks.
I mean, I'm trusting you on the
Right.
math. Or do you trust him on the math?
It's pretty basic, man.
30 inch by 14 feet.
Okay.
Should come out to 35 square feet.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what you're allowed.
Fair
Based
enough.
on a 20-foot frontage.
It's going to
Okay.
look great.
So,
Okay.
I think it will, yeah.
Great.
That address number, though, make sure it's prominent on the building somewhere, whether it's on the
Yes.
door, the glass, or,
We were talking the other day, and she said that since it's going to have like a bit of a return on either side, that maybe just pop a small 130 on either side.
On the return.
On the
On the re-
return.
on
So
the
it's gonna
6-inch
have to go-
return, I think that's going to be hard to see there.
Yeah, because it's only 6 inches. That's
Yeah,
not
you
this
got to
much
put it in the
space.
front, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Somewhere.
Well, you have to make it so that emergency vehicles can actually see
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So if
She thought
there's
it
a-
was good because when you're coming down the street, it's
Nah.
actually
Yeah.
facing you.
It's more
instead
for
of being
emergency
flat.
people, not
I don't
for
think,
shoppers.
they have to know to look for it. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they're
Fair
the one
enough.
that has it on the return, so
Fair
I mean,
enough.
unless you want to put it here, I don't know if you want to mess with
Okay.
it.
that's
All
with
right.
what? Put it
Right.
where?
I
On
mean,
the front.
Oh, yeah, you could put it on
Possibly.
the awning if you want.
Possibly, I mean, it's your call.
I'll
But
make sure
it
she
at least,
knows
what,
it's
4-inch
got to
at
be
least?
prominent in the
Right.
building.
Yeah.
At least 4-inch letters?
Yep.
Or numbers, I'm
I mean, she
sorry.
could put it in black on her door.
Yeah, right.
It's, I think they're open, right? Didn't I go by?
Not yet,
I think I saw something in the window today. I looked.
I haven't been by in about 2 weeks, so I'm
Oh,
not.
I don't think there's brown paper in the window anymore. it
Okay,
looks
well,
like.
then that's the
Okay,
last
yeah,
time I
it's
saw.
like- And this is the former Williamson's or something from it was on South Wayne Avenue.
I'm not exactly sure what was there
Oh.
prior.
I know what was here prior, but where are they moving from? Do you know?
They're actually not moving from anywhere. The owner of this business has Chic and Simple in Berwyn on Lancaster
That's
Ave.
right, yeah.
And
Oh,
she's
okay.
pretty much opening the same kind of
I heard that.
boutique store,
Yeah.
I guess, but she's just naming it something else.
Okay.
Well, Donna vacated 2 stores, so
Yeah,
the Williamson must be going to Donna's other store,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Busy Wayne.
right?
Yeah, I think there's a one across the way, the shoestring one. Is that what you might be mentioning?
No,
Okay.
is this new furniture, new things, or is this?
No, it's reclaimed stuff and all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe,
Good.
that's what I hear.
All right, good. Any other questions for us?
No?
You guys are good?
Yep.
Okay. Lisa, you want to
Okay.
take this one?
Sure.
Great.
In the matter of DRB 2016-10, I move that we approve the signage design as submitted with the exception that the size will be reduced to conform to code, 35 square feet.
Okay. And can we ask you, just for the township files,
Yes.
just to print out a new
Yes.
copy, just showing the
Sure.
correct size?
To email that over, or do I drop it off? Or?
Email it? Okay, good.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay, do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Oh, you
Thank
too.
you.
Good night,
Thank you.
thanks.
Okay, any other business for our board tonight?
Public comment?
Public
Yes,
comment.
We'll let Paul know that the meeting's done, and,
Okay, I
all right,
will.
Paul, start up the car. All right.
Is he in the
Okay.
car?
We'll see you next week.